PUBG has unlocked a secret real life level and the kills are shocking. Did you ever think in your wildest dream that games at one day would, reach a point where they would result in someone taking his or her own life? There's been reports over the years, boy beheads his father and has been linked to this particular game, PUBG. And by the way, this is not only about PUBG today, it's about gaming in general. PUBG is a good example of this. And even recently, apparently there was links to this game being made when a 16-year-old committed suicide when his parents told him to stop playing this game. And then a few days earlier, a 20-year-old did the same. What's going on here? How have we come to the point where when we're being told to not play a game, that we end up taking our own lives? One point I want us to reflect upon, and one angle I want you to see this from, is that we live in a very godless, secular world. And that means that the human being now is in a position where he naturally ends up in a type of existential nihilism where there is no meaning to life, there is no purpose to life. And human beings, by very nature, we are purpose-driven creatures. Now, when we face meaninglessness, we have to do something about this. A few decades ago, the solution was that, you make up meaning for yourself. Look for something to do in your life. Give yourself purpose, and get on with life. But we were still focused on the real world. But today, with the advent of technology, we have found an alternative. So what we choose to do is reject life altogether and choose to live in a virtual world. In a game, we live by its rules, if we're not making up the rules. And our sole purpose becomes to complete the next level. We seek to find recognition through being, someone that's great in a particular game or has achieved a specific status in a particular game. And that's the same with PUBG here. And what happens, the game becomes your life and it becomes your sole purpose. When someone tells you to stop playing it or switch it off, they're taking you away from your purpose. And this is, I believe, one of the reasons we're seeing this crazy outburst or reaction, which is people are taking their own lives. They're killing themselves because they've been told not to play a game. And this should highlight to us that, gaming is not the solution to meaninglessness or nihilism. Gaming is not the solution to the boredom you face in your life. If you're a Muslim, and I know many Muslims are playing this game too, realize that you're not going to find answers in this. This is going to cause you more problems. The real answers are in the Quran. That religion that God created you in, and you're fortunate that you were born a Muslim. There's people that have to find their way, but you were given this and turn back to the Quran. And what does God tell you? What is the purpose of life? He created you to know Him and to worship Him. But you won't be able to focus on this if you're lost in a virtual world. And for non-Muslims, they should realize that again, gaming is not the solution to meaninglessness. If you're looking for the meaning and purpose of life, don't escape life. There is a meaning, there is a purpose. Continue to search for it. Your very nature is calling you to this realization that there has to be a purpose. But you're not going to find it in the game. I would encourage you guys to look into the Quran. The Quran being the final revelation from the Creator of the heavens and the earth, which brings the same fundamental way of life which was given to all of the prophets throughout history. The same fundamental message that God created you to know Him and to worship Him. That this life is a test and we are going through a test. When good things happen to you, you have to be grateful and that's a part of your test. And when bad things happen to you, you have to be patient and that's a part of your test. And at the end of the day, when we die, which we're all going to die, and we can't escape this, then we will face God on the day of judgment and then we will finally reach our eternal abodes. And depending on how we do here, it's either paradise or the hellfire. And this is the seriousness of life, which we're completely switching off from and wasting so much time on these virtual games which have nothing for us. If anything, they're causing us issues and problems, breaking up families, destroying relationships. So anyway, I'll leave you guys with this. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section in regards to this. Maybe you've been affected by this particular game, your family members. Let me know what you think. Make sure to subscribe and click the notification bell. And until next time, take care.